show can be a little gay,
but if you're not,
that's okay. You can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews, Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm a very tired cat.
I'm a slightly also tired Wendy.
And I have my sunglasses on. This is Tara. Let's keep our voices down
So sorry.
a little bit today.
I feel like Tara is the vibe for the day.
Yeah.
Low key. You do look good in the sunglasses.
Yeah. You're
Thanks.
sitting by that big window. You kind of
Might
need
be.
them.
I am. There's a huge window. Even with the things closed, like this is just the amount of natural. I have no lights on in here. This is the amount.
Great.
Of
I mean, it's great natural lighting.
yeah. See how beautiful the apricot looks on the wall
Looks
behind me.
amazing. On today's episode, we have a mail sack. We have some nerd news, and last night we recorded a segment live from the Pod Pub, and that will be part of our show. And we're going to talk about Hocus Pocus too.
We christened the Pod Pub with
Yeah.
merriment and fun.
That's why we are all recovering today.
It's the next morning.
Mhm.
Yeah. I thought, party was at 7. I'm like, I'll be home by 11:30, maybe midnight. I think I got home at 2.
Yeah.
Same here.
Closed it down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good party.
Closing time.
We had a very good time. I had a really good time. I don't know about you guys. You
Speak for yourself. I had a terrible
You
time.
both looked miserable.
Well, I was petering out by the end. That is normally like I got home and like half an hour before I usually wake up during the week. So by the end of that, like 1 o'clock ish, 12:30, I was getting a little tired.
Mhm.
I could
Wendy
tell.
doesn't usually say. We were slapping each other with tortillas at this party. That's the kind of party it
Yeah.
was. Some TikTok challenge that Ann set us up for with giant tortillas.
Yeah. We'll do a full report on how that bracket challenge went.
What else happened? There was singing.
Yeah. Are we doing like a full report right
Well,
now?
I think.
I mean,
we
because
are.
a lot of this happened after our Pod Pub cast, so
Yeah.
it won't get covered.
Oh,
There was
that's
a lot of very fervent defending
is-
of Frozen 2 was the better of the two Frozens.
This
I
is
remember
our-
there was some passionate arguing about that.
This is our official SNOP-O-Ween party report.
We're in it.
Why not?
Oh, we're in it.
We
See, my
skipped
brain-
over. Wendy will come back. It's not your fault. It's my fault. We'll come back to you,
Well,
Wendy.
we just started talking about it. It was fun. It's all
Yeah.
it's all good. It's fun to
organic.
talk about our party. A lot of food.
Okay,
Lot of
speaking of food,
Thank you.
Kat came prepared. We kind of dared her. Well,
Oh,
basically, I voluntold her that she
I
had-
love that term.
yes, was to bring the pumpkin
Oh.
cheese loaf. I don't even know what the official name is.
Cheese ball.
Cheese ball, shaped it in a pumpkin shape,
So
crafted really.
Beck sent the link and said,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, Tara, you should have this for your party." And we talked about it last time. And I said, "Yeah, it looks pretty easy. You should do that." And Tara's like, "Oh, it's so easy, Kat. Why don't you fucking do it?"
Well, you did it.
I did it. I
The
done did it.
cheese loaf with the stem from a pepper was here, and yeah, it was a big hit.
I mean, I ate most of it, but
I ate a big chunk of it. I was
It
sitting
was
back there eating off the backside of that
it's just-
pumpkin.
it's
It was
just
good.
She said.
cheese, and more cheese. So how can you go
Mhm,
wrong?
mhm.
But I was very proud of that cheese ball.
Yeah,
was a
I mean, it
good-looking
was
cheese
beautiful.
Thank you.
It was
We
truly
had to
beautiful.
put a picture up. You got a picture of it,
It was
right?
a
Oh,
work
I got
of art.
pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, it was very impressive, Kat.
Thank you. I
So-
appreciate that.
Yeah, we have so much food. There's so much food here. Still, please come and get it.
You
So much
swimming-
beer and
swimming in
alcohol.
chips.
Chips. I got
chocolate,
8 boxes of chips.
beverages,
I got meats. I got 2
cheeses.
shelves of meats and cheeses. Speaking of meats and cheeses, what was your costume, Wendy?
I was a charcuterie board.
So good.
It was not a expensive, handmade giant charcuterie board that I wore. It was a Party City, cloth charcuterie board. But the best part, it had stuffed bread and cheese and things that with Velcroed on that you could pull off. And either throw at people or just Charlie the dog thought they were toys at one point.
I
Yeah.
loved your
you know,
costume. Wendy.
It was just
So
funny.
good.
It made me laugh. So I thought, I'm going to be a charcuterie board.
And it was
It was
good
really
for
good.
it had a lot of movement, give you a lot of movement during the tortilla
it's very
slapping.
loose. It
That's
was
right.
I could really I had to remove it during foosball. It was getting in my way a little bit. But no, it was
so-
very and I had a costume change. I
That's
went away and
right.
came back as a candy corn for our
Yes, you
candy corn
did.
tasting.
Yeah.
Every good party needs a costume change.
I don't think candy corn tasting was on our
No,
was on
it was
the
after.
report later. Yeah, because
Oh, right. Separate.
we did a little segment you'll hear later live from the party. But yeah, then we did also a bunch of candy corn. We had like 5 different types of candy corn, including tailgate, which was 5 types in unto itself, right?
Yes.
Then we had a little bit karaoke, Disney karaoke.
Yes.
Then we had tortilla slapping,
Right.
which you had to go outside.
Of course.
Yes, and like Wendy was saying, it was a TikTok challenge that Anne had seen. So at one point we're kind of karaokeing, and Anne's like, it's time to turn this party up. It's time to get crazy. She pulls out a bag of tortillas.
Giant tortillas.
She's like, we got to go outside for this. You got to fill your mouths with water.
No,
And
I
you-
had seen this. You guys, neither of you
I've
had
never
seen
seen
this
this.
before?
I'm going to look
Okay.
this up now.
No. And then you go head to head. You each get one of the big tortillas. It's got to be a big. I could see if it's like a little tortilla, you just end up punching each other.
Well,
It's got to
yeah.
be big. It's got to be floppy, right? Like a
Yeah.
Chipotle
Yeah.
size
You get your
tortilla.
a good mission tortilla. It's a little more.
Yeah.
It's a little sturdier.
Thicker. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah, I'm
so,
looking now.
yeah. And then you go out there, you got to you got to put as much water in your mouth as you can. And then you do rock, paper, scissors to determine who will do the first slap. Then you just keep slapping each other in the face with these tortillas until one of you loses your water or swallows your water and can no
Right.
longer contain the water.
Yeah.
It was very amusing.
And we did
Well, here's
it was a round robin tournament. We each, the loser, the winner of each round then went on to play each other. And then there was the big showdown. Actually, the first, I think who was first? It was Banana and AKA Cat. Banana and Wendy, wasn't it? Who went up against Cat
And
first?
we were the end.
Oh, no, it was Anne.
We were the final.
That's
Yeah.
right. Anne and Banana. But then I think really the main event for me was watching my co-hosts here, Tara and Wendy, just really go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Those were some hard slaps.
Yeah.
Well, there was some slapping going on with the tortilla. I mean, it's a
The
tortilla.
thing
It
with
doesn't
the
hurt that much.
tortilla. Yeah, it doesn't really
feel
hurt.
No.
good.
The thing
No,
with
but,
to- the tortilla sounds so satisfying when it
Yeah.
slaps.
That's what it is. Yeah,
That's
does-
what it is. When you get like a real solid tortilla slap, I mean, it's one of the best sounds in the world, really.
it slaps.
It slaps. It slaps different. It's like, it's got some like weight behind it,
Yeah. So that
You
was
know,
fun.
my strategy, because it ended up being a tie with me and Banana Cat. And one of the things I tried to do, I think the secret to the tortilla challenge is to be as goofy as you can while slapping them to get
Oh,
them
it's
laughing.
very
So
smart.
it's even harder to hold in their water. So I was trying to do backhand and
Yeah, you're
like,
moving.
Oh,
kind
man.
of fake them
It
out.
was very good.
A
Good stuff.
spin, maybe. I was just trying to,
a
you know,
spin.
that was
A little dance. You did a little
Little
dance at one
dance.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
A little
good.
foot shuffle. The backhanded slaps were my favorite
Those were good.
because really got the really good, dug deep and really.
I like to
just
catch him by surprise, like do the no look pass from a quarterback.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, yeah, but boom, and then
Yeah.
but I think I did that and missed a couple times, so it can backfire if you're not careful.
Now
Right.
I think that part of the night is on. I think Anne was
You're
live
right.
Instagramming from her accounts, and also we had some stuff too that we lived. So, and I think they've all saved. So if you go
Okay.
Well,
to our
good.
Instagram and then why not official Insta, you're gonna see a lot of what we're describing. So go
I
check
think
that out.
the tasting of the candy corn might be on there too.
I
Maybe.
think you're right. And then we
Yeah.
did licorice too. We did the licorice.
Yes,
that
what we
sent.
lived. Yeah, because we did all the licorice
And
and, the laces from
Yes,
Susan Minnie.
and Minnie, exactly. We had so much to get through. It was such a jam-packed evening.
So much sugar and yeah.
We did lots of Jello shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man.
it was
Forgot
it was
about
a,
those.
It was a really fun night, and the public, great. Tara, you did such a great job.
Thank you.
Not just
Thank you.
the Halloween aspect of it, but the public's amazing. I'm so excited for you. and you're gonna have so many good times in that pub. I just know it's gonna be great.
I want to have a foosball tournament. Is anyone out there just like really good at foosball? I'm not saying that I'm really good. I mean,
You just want some
I don't
challenge.
say
yeah?
either way. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
none of us can. Like, I've played you in foosball, and you know I'm no match. I'm not a foosball.
You're getting better though. Like I can see
Eh.
you're applying the skills. It'll be a little.
It's just the ball
Padawan.
goes so fast. You got to move your hands all over and try to get the right.
Well, there's technique,
little thing.
you know?
Well, now that you have it in your house, so like you kind of have an advantage.
Maybe I'll see
Well,
if there's a
but you can't really play
foosball
by
meetup.
yourself, though. Is there any way to practice foosball by yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you
Just
can
do this.
What?
Exercise your wrists.
I do some wrist exercises. Yeah, I mean, I can, I can do some passes and some, but it's not the same when you get those like
Right.
bounces.
You can't really
and
practice
you can't
deep.
do-
Well, I guess you
can't
can.
practice the control, like controlling the unpredictable.
Fair.
So
No, try the X Factor.
right.
Anything else that we're missing from last night?
Oh man,
Just-
Charlie.
Oh,
Charlie won the costume
star of the
contest.
show.
Oh yeah. So Wendy, you got to send me those pictures. Before you guys got there, I took a lot of me and Charlie together pictures. So of
I'll
course,
airdrop them later. Still a
yeah.
lot.
Charlie was a Rockford Peach. I mean, she stayed in the costume for like 10 minutes after
Yeah.
people arrived, but
she did
pretty good. I
She
mean,
didn't try to get out of it. It
so
just
freaking
came
cute.
off with natural doggy movement, Her
Yeah.
hat flopped around, her little tutu started turning around and falling off. She was precious. Boy, she was a little worked up by all the people at first, but she got into it.
I think she
was
really
scared of the
enjoyed it.
banana.
did not like Banana Cat.
was not a fan of Banana Cat. She, in
No.
fact, they didn't like me very much either.
You look
Well,
like
you
a
both-
tall pirate with a hat that was
And a
Yeah.
parrot. I had a
so-
parrot.
It was
too.
the
And a
people with
parrot.
the headdresses, like the tall heads.
Yeah.
some kind of. It scares her a little bit. So that took a little longer, but I think she was
Understandable.
really enjoyed. Now she's like, "What's this? I'm bored." Just
Where'd
you?
all those crazy people
She had
go?
a ball. Oh, and then she ran away with some tortillas
Oh,
during the
that's right.
tortilla
Oh my
slap. Like
God.
one of them
Grabbed Banana
just
Cat's
grabbed a bite and ran,
tortilla.
and then every once in a while,
So
after the hit, like half the tortilla would fly off. And
Charlie was there.
She was all over it.
She loved it.
Yeah,
munching
she
on her
loved that
tortilla.
tortilla game. She's like, when that flying tortillas coming back?
Why don't we play this more often, Mom?
was-
It's a good game.
She was sniffing in the yard this morning. I could tell she was
Sure.
sniffing for those tortillas.
For those damn tortillas.
I think that's a highlight, though.
Oh,
it was
man.
it was a good party and just
It was
a
a great
lot of
party.
spent a lot of time around the pod table in that little spot.
yeah.
It's great. It's a
It's
very
like
cozy
we
spot.
can move around. Yeah, it is cozy. It's a cozy room.
It is. I can't wait to record some more there.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I'm gonna
will.
say I'll put up the other little lights. It needs some more like lighting, moody lighting. Guess
Hmm.
put some
Oh,
little
I
fairy lights up in there.
Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, it was great. Thank you again, Tara, for hosting. It was a blast. And let's shout out to Banana Cat, to Noe, aka Nicole, Cat Barrel, the one and only Anne, and Liz from LA.
Yeah.
Liz from LA was like, a Top Gun pilot outfit, but took all the patches off and put Star Wars
Star Wars'd
patches.
it up.
It was cool. Like a Death Star, little pew pew. I mean, it was a great, like
It
a
was
little
great.
flight suit, but
Yeah.
Star Wars flight suit.
Everybody brought it with the costumes.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
understood the assignment.
Speaking of Liz from LA, she brought me a housewarming present, but I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, well, what are you waiting for?
Oh.
By the way, note if anyone else listening to this says, "Hey, I want to send something to Tara for the walls of her pod pup," let me tell you, there's no wall space left.
It's pretty packed.
It's a crowded pod pub.
It's
There's a
pretty
lot of
packed.
art, and you get a kind of a description as during the pod pub section that we recorded, where she kind of describes the various sections.
She does.
I was telling everyone that if anyone thought, "Oh, I'll send something for the walls of Tara's pod pub," that there's really make it small.
The
Not a
walls
lot of
are
room left.
covered.
It's pretty
I'll
well
have
covered.
some more shelf space. I still have to put up a
Okay.
shelf. Like you have like a
Shelving.
thing, like the
Mm.
bunny Loblaw for PTA mug. Not that it has to be, but like stuff like that. I've
Right.
got some space.
Tchotchke
But
type thing.
Picture things for the wall. Yeah, it's a little crammed.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Uh-oh. Speaking of.
it's not like heavily wrapped. Well, for the next party, we have
Oh.
some games, including Star Wars Monopoly,
Oh,
the
shit.
complete saga edition.
Oh, we are
Interesting.
putting that on that pod
Interesting.
pub table and playing the crap
Oh
out of
my
that.
god, I'm so excited for this one. It is not just Trivial Pursuit, but Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit.
Oh
I
my
feel like you're
God.
gonna
Trivial-
win every time.
An
I love Trivial
entire
Pursuit.
game of Trivial Pursuit with Harry. That's going to be
I
some
love
really
it.
Your
deep
pod-
cuts.
Deep cuts. I'm so
Deep
excited about
cuts.
that.
Here's
Oh
the
my
thing: your pod
God.
pub does need some games. Games are
Yes.
like board games to play on that big table,
I feel like that
Absolutely.
game you have to double. You have to like. There has to be a team.
right?
Like it's not just. There's no way I have a chance, but I could
me neither.
contribute to a team.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That'd be a
Yeah.
good one.
Star
Cool.
Wars-
Thanks,
Those are
Liz.
fun.
Thanks, Liz.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great. Yeah, things like that. That's a great addition to the pod pub.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think
was
if I
fun.
do
It was a good
Christmas,
time.
if you guys are willing to come out closer to Christmas,
Pretty
maybe
sure.
I'll come up with some games and things. I didn't have time really to think of too many games. I mean, I thank God that Anne brought those tortillas. I mean,
Well, we
I
would
didn't
have
have
nothing else
any
to
But you
do.
have
games
games.
planned.
we have darts. Liz is a great dart player.
Yeah.
She whooped me. She tried to let me win.
Yeah,
but I was
Liz
like,
knew
"Oh,
all the
stop.
rules.
You're
and
you're
stuff.
better.
Adorable.
Yeah, Liz was a good dart player. You got the foosball table. You
Yeah,
have
what are you
an
talking about? You got
arcade
games?
game.
What are you talking about?
We were so
Which-
busy chatting, it was hard to break away from
Yeah.
the games.
I
That's
did play
true.
a
It is
little bit
kinda
on
just
that
hard to-
arcade game, and I couldn't figure out how to change the game.
Oh, I could have showed you, Kat.
I didn't want to.
I saw you were playing
I think-
Defender, and because that's the last one I played, so
That was it. I was like, I'll play
there.
that. But is there Galaga on that thing?
No, believe
God.
me, we would have been playing some Galaga.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
a bunch of different like random game, like the one where you like the little guys. It's either root beer or something sliding it down.
Oh,
the
yeah, the-
things.
the
There's one
bar.
where you try to keep things from going down the drain. There's a lot of what was it? Fight Club? Not Fight Club. Mortal Kombat. There's a lot of Mortal
Fight
Kombat
Club.
variations. I suck at
Basically,
that too.
Fight Club.
Galaga. Oh, they're
Yeah,
taking all you
For
want.
Galaga,
all
I
about
was looking for
Galaga.
one. They don't make. Yeah, you have to buy a whole separate.
Got it.
thing for
Oh,
that
there's
one.
you got room back there.
I know.
Galaga's
There's one right there. I
You
think.
can put another one back there.
Yeah.
Hey Wendy, what day is it?
Sorry, I did jump ahead with talking pop up. I was
No,
excited.
it's
to talk
fine. It was a
Pop-Up.
lot to talk
It
about.
was fun. And because that was a good day. But here's what's coming up on other days. And good day. Good thing that the 18th is National Chocolate Cupcake Day because we got some a lot left. So we'll be eating some of that. I feel like a lot of the days I mention are about food. But
Nothing wrong with
there's
that.
a lot of. I mean, everybody has their food days. Hagfish Day. What's a
Nope.
hagfish?
Pass.
Is that a food you
Ew.
eat, or is it just
I don't know.
celebrating the slimy Oh, that's gross.
Why would you eat that? I guess.
Well, I think it's just to recognize that they exist. Like, hey guys,
Oh, okay.
the
Like
hagfish
Awareness
exists.
Day?
It's a
Like a-
slimy thing. I don't know. I ain't eating it.
Okay.
I feel like well, the October 21st. Let me just say, not only is it Reptile Awareness Day, so be aware that there are reptiles.
Oh, I'm aware.
It's Black Adam hits theaters day. I mean, technically it kind of comes out on the 20th, but whatever. The official release date is October 21st. And Wendy
Nice.
we were making some plans last night to see it on Saturday because it's the Shahi and I'm not waiting too long to see it. So we got to get it together. Here's October 22nd. This is the day that I think everyone should celebrate darn near every day. It's National Make a Dog's Day.
Aw.
So make your dogs happy on the 22nd and honestly every other day.
Listen, that's my prime job in this house
Mhm.
is to make my dog happy. So
Aw,
Make
that
Cooper.
is that
dogs
is every day for
happy.
me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
23rd's iPod Day. Are they still
iPod
in
Day.
existence?
no.
iPod
people still-
Remembrance
Do
Day.
they still make
Yeah.
iPods?
I don't think they do. I think they're just called
It's
iPhones.
just all phones,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
I
it the,
guess.
maybe
My
that's the
first
maybe that's the
iPod.
first day they
No,
ever
I-
launched or something.
I bet they still sell them for
they
people that
launched
own
on
Androids and want an Apple. You know, if there's an
2001.
Apple device to be sold, I feel like there's
That's
something.
fair. Yeah, you're
Wow.
probably right.
I think it's to recognize the because the iPod. Remember that thing that came out, and you saw the ads, and they were
Revolutionary.
like making that little marble roll around a maze or something. We're like, wow, what is happening?
Yeah,
I
and it
got
was
my-
like a
it
big
was
thing that
tiny.
had the screen, and you're like, what?
Yes.
What is this magic?
Well, that was it. Like
It
that.
was magic.
It was revolutionary. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
where it is. It started where, us down the path of where we are now, where everyone has one of these fucking things in their pocket. Like, and I have the
And it
watch and a laptop and an iPad. Like,
steals
it's-
all our
It's a little.
time.
It's actually
Mhm.
a little It's a little scary with how
Kinda
they've
hate it.
changed our lives forever.
Kind of hate it. Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep buying all that stuff because it's really good stuff.
I do too. I mean, it's almost, and especially now it's so many, like even with just doing Texas Care stuff, I couldn't do it without my little iPhone and everything that it brings to it, when you're on the go. And unfortunately, it means a lot of people don't get away from work when they should.
And that's the thing. I can work from anywhere in the world.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I could. But yes, those are the days of our love.
Well, next month we've got a big day, 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
Weekend, the Xena convention.
It's coming quick.
We have a ticket giveaway.
Give it away now.
A very generous listener is giving us a ticket to give away.
Nice. What do they have to do to get that ticket?
Well, here comes the very overly complicated contest rules.
Aren't
Actually,
they
no,
always?
it's pretty simple. We're gonna post this week on our Twitter and our Insta. And I guess Facebook. Does it just automatically go to Facebook? I don't know. I don't
It
even
used
know.
to, Kat.
Never mind. Moving on. And we're going to say, hey, guys, here's our giveaway post. Have at it. And what you got to do is just post a favorite Xena moment, memory, line, episode, anything. It has to be something to do with Xena. And that's your entry. And only one entry per person. We have our legal team standing by to check all the names. So don't try to cheat.
No bots.
No bots. So then at the end of the week, we're going to take everybody's name, put it in one of those spinny apps, those spinny. Pew, pew, pew agrees. And we'll pick the winner, and it's going to be amazing. And then you get to see us there. We'll be there. Don't know what we're doing, in what capacity. Probably
Walking around.
Probably nothing official.
Wearing Xena shirts.
I feel like if we're waiting for that call, the call's not coming.
Well, it'd be there. I mean, this is part of it's just we're gonna go relive our old days of being in the Xenoverse.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Seeing some Lucy and Renee.
So please, if you think you're coming, if you want to come but you can't afford a ticket, this is actually, I think it's good. It's like a whole weekend pass. It's one of those you get some freebie shit with it. So more details will be on that post. But yeah, check it out. Even if you just enter. You should just enter. You'll have a good time.
Speaking of Xena, My Life is Mud started this week on Acorn in the States. So
did you watch it?
Oh no,
okay.
It's been a busy week, and I've been trying to finish all the other things. She-Hulk and the Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings show, and watching Andor, and I've just been trying to catch up. I think I have caught up on most things, but yeah, that's on the horizon.
Great. Okay.
How about some mail?
Let's do it.
You like a little mail sack? All right.
I love a little mail sack.
I bet you do. First up is from Heather.
Oh, that's supposed to.
Hello from New England. I feel like we're going to get some rub it in our face weather talk, maybe, but maybe not. Anyway, at least it's cloudy today. Heather starts by saying, nerdy ladies. I'm a long-time listener, first-time emailer.
Ooh, thank you, Heather.
I found your show because I am a Xena fan and have enjoyed many of your podcasts. You all watch far more TV and films than I ever will, but I make an effort to sample some of your favorites. I did enjoy Hawkeye and Mandalorian. It took me a year, but I did watch all of the Marvel movies.
Whoa.
That would take about a year. Winona Earp, however, was a real struggle. I watched a total of 7 episodes, and 10 minutes into episode 8, I mercifully hit stop on the remote. On the plus side, your summaries of League of Their Own were so detailed, I don't even have to watch them at all. Hey,
listen,
if you're not feeling a show,
yeah,
you don't have to watch it.
It's not for everybody. It's all good.
Yeah, no show is for everybody.
No.
Kat, I think you asked some insightful interview questions and enjoy your contributions to the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Tara, I can honestly say I never confused you with Wendy because of your rants. And you have a habit of cutting into Wendy's comments.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
Heather.
You guys kind of share the same brain. So I kind of feel like,
honestly.
Tara, you finish each other's sentence.
Heather.
I'm trying to help Heather here.
Thanks,
you
Heather.
finish each other's sentences.
Go on.
Heather continues, I do admire your drive to craft the perfect pub, and I hope you post pictures upon completion. Oh, yeah, you need to post
Oh, it's
pictures.
happening.
Here's my favorite part. Wendy, you are the glue that keeps the show together.
Wait a
And I
minute.
do enjoy your singing
Who
voice.
the
I'm pretty
hell
sure Kat's the glue.
Heather thinks
No,
she is.
listen, I don't know that Heather's wrong. I think Wendy, you kind of are the
I have
glue.
to have
You
some
kind of
purpose.
keep us on.
You're the
on
leader.
point.
Tara's fun and
No, no,
funny.
no.
I'm just sort of the grumpy old
You're not.
lady. I'm the old lady of the gang.
Guys, what I think
Um,
we have here is a Wendy stan. I think Heather
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
Wendy.
I have
Really?
one. I have one.
One of many.
No, I thought you
I'm
could
a Wendy stan.
christen the new pub with a revamped, nerdy version of the old Cheers song.
Oh,
Let's see what I
Wendy?
can do.
Yeah,
I
get
would have
your-
sung
get-
this last night. I didn't
Get your
know.
pipes ready.
Me.
Heather included the lyrics here.
I know.
yeah,
It's
this is
good
legit.
because I wouldn't be able to make these up.
It's
on my own.
coming.
All right. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break with nerdy pals who like to snop a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where Baby Yoda has a name. Boom, boom, boom. Gulping down eggs with no shame. Boom, boom. You want to be where you can see who will survive in game. You want to be where Baby Yoda has a name. Where Han tells Leia, I know people are all the same. You want to go where Baby Yoda has a name. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I like that. I like the
I
Cheers
did
version of
not
nerdiness.
see the lyric change going there. That was
That
good.
Was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
well
a well-written
written
little tune
and well
there.
sung, Wendy.
Heather says, well, I've taken up enough of your valuable time. Looking forward to the next podcast. Thank you, Heather. Heather, feel free to write in anytime, says the glue that holds our little
Aw.
band together.
I love it, Wendy. You are the glue. You're the glue.
Stuck with me is what that means. Stuck on me. Stuck with me.
Tara, how you doing?
Wendy,
Tara?
are you completely
Tara?
done with your thought, Wendy?
I don't know, Tara. Stop interrupting me.
Am I good? Am I clear? Am I clear to proceed?
I'll allow it.
All right. I've got one from Master Chief Jen.
That's Jane.
Yay.
All right. Jen says, hi there, Snoplings. What's this I hear? A call to arms for your legal team? Well, Kat's almost lawyer on questionable retainer is here to answer that call.
Yes.
Let me consult Google. I mean, my extensive legal library. And here it is. The decision declaring Warner's copyright on Happy Birthday invalid and that both the music and the lyrics are in the public domain.
Hey.
The decision itself is 34 pages and is an excellent cure for insomnia. I mean, is riveting reading. There may have been a reason for that C in the second business law class, but hey, I passed. That's what matters. I'll be standing by in case of a pod court emergency or a request for further legal advice with my standard warning of you get what you pay for. And in the meantime, I am diligently working towards earning the title of Knight of the Snop-O-Lot.
Nice.
Can't wait to see the new merch and add it to my hashtag Slew Crew collection. Take my Imperial credits already.
Love it.
Take care, Jen.
Oh, and then
Nice.
there's a link to the.
Oh,
Yeah. And what does this say when I saw that link for the first time and I saw the word archive? I'm like, is this linked to fanfic on Archive of Our Own? And then I realized, no, it's like a real document of. But
Yeah,
the word
Whoa.
archive made me think it was something.
It's like a scan document.
it is. My goodness.
Fancy.
Wow, this is like legit. And
It even has the lyrics.
Does it really? Where is
yeah,
it?
it's like
Oh,
all
look
the
at that.
variations of the lyrics. That's insane.
So in a nutshell, does this
Wow.
basically mean we can sing Happy Birthday
I
to
think
you?
it does, according to our legal team.
Wow, this is extensive. That's why I'm not a lawyer. This is all just makes me tired looking
Exactly.
at it.
How do
Oh
you?
my God.
This doesn't. It's all
Imagine having
gibberish.
to write it
Doesn't
all,
make sense.
read it all, know what it all means.
Wow. Well, there we have it. We have
Wow.
the lyrics of "Good Morning to You."
So
What
many
is it?
legal
Good
It's
morning
so
to
much more
you.
than I ever
Good
thought
morning
I
to you.
would need to know or want to know about this. Yeah, good morning. It's a different, the
Oh,
tune.
it's the same tune.
And then it lists all these like uses in church essentially.
yeah.
Like it's taken from like a
18
church.
1896 version of
Good
Song
morning
Stories
to
for the
all.
Kindergarten bears a copyright notice reading 1986. Wow, this is fascinating. Okay, well, I think I feel a lot better about using that song thanks to our legal team, Master Chief Jen. All right,
Wow.
there
I
it
feel
is.
like I'm gonna have to read through some of this. Interesting.
If you want to. And I love it. So whenever we get a new night of SNOP-O, you got to let us know. So if you're out there, you're making your way through the whole catalog. Once you've done it, you got to let us know. You'll be entered into the nights of the SNOP-O.
We should make a Snop Trivial Pursuit game.
I agree.
Some deep
Oh my
cuts.
gosh, that sounds like a
You know what would be fun? We should come up with like a trivia challenge and have a couple of the the nights of SNOP-O on and see if they get the. This is good. I know Liz is a night of
Oh.
SNOP-O. AK is a night of the SNOP-O.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Be very fun.
Coming up the trivia sounds hard, but the actual playing of the game sounds fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
making the trivia doesn't
That sounds
sound
hard.
very
Does
fun.
sound like a lot.
Where
of
does Tara
work?
work?
We'd have to ask the Knights of Snop-O to help us make the trivia.
That's true.
And then they
Because
would
we
know
don't
the
even
answers.
remember. Yeah. There's a flaw in this plan.
Well, we'll have to work on that. We can do it. We can do it. We just have to try hard.
That sounds like work. Hey, I have an email from Beck.
Okay. No, I'm saving
Hold on.
it.
Hey,
Sorry.
hold
No.
on. Wait.
Wait.
Hey, nerds.
Wait.
Okay. Are
Sorry.
you guys ready?
Inside joke.
Yeah,
Inside joke with my dog Ro. Wendy used to think that Ro would listen better. I was teaching Ro wait, like wait. So I'd always say like, wait.
Yeah.
And he'd wait and be like, okay, eat it. And so Wendy, she was like, she held the treat. And she was like,
Wendy's dying right now.
wait.
Oh my god.
Wait. I'm
I
like,
think it was
whoa,
that dramatic.
Going it down. Why are you yelling at my dog? You don't have to
Trying to be,
yell the command. Like, just try to be like, what's the word?
authoritative.
Authoritative.
Make sure your Ro knew I was
Wait.
in charge. Wait.
Give it
So
to
you just
us
have
one
to
time, Wendy. Was that how
say
you would
it.
do it?
No, I mean, I think I was probably like, instead of like, wait, I was like, wait. I don't know. I don't even know how I did it, but
Well, I was
wait.
watching
It's evolved in its level of intensity. I think as we
And
turned it
Ro's
into
just
a
sitting there
folk
like,
tale or something. But
I'm not trying to get
Wait.
it, lady. I'm not trying to get
Why
it.
are you yelling at me?
poor Ro, like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, Rogo.
Anyway.
Anywho,
Here we go. You guys ready?
yeah.
Hey, nerds.
Hey, Beck.
Beck. That was a good one.
Mhm.
What is going on in the world? It feels like every single week we lose another legend. I'm so devastated over the passing of Robbie Coltrane. Harry Potter was such a big part of my life growing up. Those movies came out at just the right time for me to be able to truly appreciate them and fully immerse myself in that world. The world just won't be the same without Hagrid in it. And we also lost Angela Lansbury. We'll be talking about both of these legends later in the nerd news. I mean, what an icon. I was so obsessed with bed knobs and broomsticks as a kid. Beck, you and I are the same person.
Me too.
Oh my God, we'll talk about that later. It was my favorite. My little sister was so scared of the nights and wouldn't watch it with me. We did, however, share love of one of her other movies, Anastasia. We flogged the shit out of that VHS. What does that mean? We flogged the shit out of our VHS of that. We
Like they
loved
watched it a lot.
Flogged it? That sounds like
I
you
don't
have to,
know.
like, that's like
Yeah.
whipping when you hit somebody with a cane. You're anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Moving on. We loved it for two very different reasons though. My sister was so in love with Dimitri and I was obsessed with Sophie and I haven't seen the movie. Dowager Empress? Anybody? Dowager? Empress's assistant. Looking back, it was probably the curves. I can only imagine what that means. Kat, how many times do we need to go over this? A mature Velma cartoon. They're animated series. Get it right. They need to be called so. They need to be called this so I can justify my watching of them because then they don't sound like kids' shows. Fair enough.
Okay.
Kids language update. Fucking elephant has been said out of our house and in front of my parents.
oh no.
Nightmare. My dad was casually talking about something and said the word internet and Wave definitely knew her cue. Boy, did I get a lecture about watching my language in front of the kids. Love you guys, Beck.
Wow.
Thanks, Beck. And I'm sure that was not a very fun moment.
Nope.
Did Wave think it was hilarious? Probably.
I had a moment like that when a little boy in my neighborhood taught me the word like ass for rear end. Or like we were at a store and I had a Barbie doll, and I feel like Mom tells me I said something like, "Look at the ass on that doll,"
Oh no!
and she was mortified. That was her story. That's when, like, here, I know this word, Mom. She's like, don't repeat any more words Michael teaches you.
Oh, Michael.
That would feel so out of character for you to say today,
Yeah,
especially
that's
as
when
a
I was, like,
child.
8 or something. And then back then, when an 8-year-old really was an 8-year-old, not like an overly mature 8-year-old like they might be today. I was innocent, naive, and Michael was teaching me. I said, yeah, he taught me the F word too, and I said, Mom, he taught me a new word, and she's like, don't say that one. But at least I told her about it.
Michael.
And just spout it out.
What a bad kid.
Mm-hmm.
Where is
Is he in
now?
jail? Yeah, is he in jail now?
I don't know. I don't even remember his last name. I should look him up.
Hmm.
One of my other neighbors, who was like a high school dropout, ended up being like his family started this hugely successful legal copying business, and all having like penthouse apartments in New York. And so you never know.
Good for them.
He did
I wonder if they made that legal copy of that document we just read.
Maybe
if they were
that
the
could've
ones
been
that
their
like
work. Honestly, I think they sold
scanned
their
it,
business
filed.
and retired.
Yeah.
They're like, we got enough money.
Wow. Good for them.
I know. Well, it was fun. So who knows? I have to look him up.
Mm.
Whatever his name is.
No,
My
not
turn
right-
again?
Not
Your
right
turn.
now, though.
No, not right now. It's my turn, and I'm excited because I get to read a mail from AK.
Woohoo.
AK says, well, wait, let me make sure I get the right AK. I'm reading the wrong AK. Let me move on.
Did I mess
Okay.
that up for you?
No, it's all
Should
good.
be nerding away. Right?
Nerding away.
Ah.
Watcher nerds. Well, now, Wendy, you want to sneak a peek behind the curtain, see what my process is, a behind the scenes look into the workings of a correspondent? Well, last week was unusual. The snop didn't land in time for me to listen at work, so I listened in the evening with time to respond for a change, which is why it was such a direct response to things y'all said. Ooh, thanks for throwing in a y'all.
That's AK calling me out for posting the pod late. The pod
Subtle
late.
dig.
Yeah,
Subtle
that was
dig.
definitely a subtle dig.
Normally, I listen while I'm pruning or weeding or feeding apples to the alpacas. Lil Vivian is getting big, so I can't write a response then and there. What I like to do is this. When I get home of an evening, I sit at my desk, I sharpen my quill, and grinding some fresh ink on my inkstone, I unroll a fresh sheet of parchment, light a fresh candle, and think back over what you've said.
Wow.
Then I grab my phone and start to type a response, at which point,
Wait, what?
invariably, something happens to distract me. One of the countless other things I meant to be doing claims my time, and I go away, leaving a half-written email behind me, which I eventually remember exists and isn't finished. And I have a jumpy listen back through the show and see what grabs me. At which point, I try to finish the email and get it to you before you record. No time for rewrites. Just occasionally I edit for length if I've got carried away on a particular subject. The emojis just flow. I don't go back and put them in. I guess this nonsense is just the way I speak. I tried to take some photos of the chilly drizzle for you today, but they just came out blurred by the rain on the lens. Sorry about that. This week has been weird, cold, and miserable mornings, but by midday, it gets so warm. I have to take my sweatshirt off. Mad. Got all the way up to 55 Fahrenheit today. Oh, that sounds amazing. I, for one, am glad that so far Catton hadn't watched Andor because I've not had any time to watch it yet, and I hate having to skip bits on the snop.
You're welcome.
I love listening to This Is talking about Grays. I mean, I'm baffled most of the time.
Me
It sounds
too.
quite complicated after so many years, but there's something about This Is deep commitment to that show that's quite compelling to listen to. Looking forward to the Pod Pub show. So exciting. Joyful things ahead. All the best, nerds. AK.
Thank you, AK.
Thanks, AK. I'm glad. I know your process. I didn't expect to see that it involved a quill and ink and parchment, but yet having those, implements rejected for the phone. Like maybe you pre-write it with a quill and a parchment and just
Maybe.
transfer it to phone. Either way, thank you.
I'm going to stick with that. The AK sits there with their quill and
I
the
could see that.
It's
and
a
the
great visual.
candlelight. Yeah, it's nice. Well, I've got a follow-up from
Oh.
AK. All right. Hey, guys. Turns out it's my second SNOP-anniversary tomorrow.
Happy stop anniversary. Happy stop anniversary.
2 years of emailing you almost every week.
Wow.
Mind blown emoji.
Crap.
Where the hell did 2 years go? Checking behind the sofa. Whoops. Sorry. Couch. Thank you, you marvelous, nerdy Egypts, for making me a part of this madness. It's been fun, and God knows, we could all use a little fun right now. Here's to a fuck ton more males. Smiley face.
Yeah.
Love AK. Thanks,
Thank
AK.
you. Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Second SNOP-anniversary. Unreal.
This is amazing. I can't believe it. 2 years.
Wow.
Years of AK.
That's-
Has it been 2? No, it's been 3
Well, it's been 2 since they've been emailing us. every
from
week.
since AK.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
But yeah, we started in 2019.
I forgot how you found us, AK. Do we know this? Like,
Good
what was the thing
question.
that led you to us, AK?
Mm-hmm.
Inquiring snop tarts want to know.
Good question.
What was that podcast that reeled you in?
Yeah.
Something for your
thanks,
next
okay.
quill and parchment email.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Hey guys, we got some nerd news.
Nerd news. Nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news. Sad
Cue,
nerd news.
cue sad music.
Cue the sad music.
No, it's not the time for the foghorn, right? For the air horn.
No.
No. Let's start out with the first legend that we lost last week, Angela Lansbury.
Mm,
She not only was she, obviously iconic from television, from Murder, She Wrote, movies, ton of movies. She was a huge Broadway star. Like she could do it all. We were actually watching some Murder, She Wrote yesterday, and Leah was like just kind of Googling her, and she didn't realize she had a huge theater career before she even got into movies and TV. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody remembers her for being from Murder, She Wrote. What is that character's name?
Jessica Fletcher.
Jessica Fletcher. She was 96, guys.
Yeah.
96.
Long, good life.
She died on Tuesday in her home in Los Angeles. Multiple award-winning stuff, and she's one of those, like Betty White, like she's just always been around. So it's very sad, but she lived a very long and successful. She had great career, but like just seemed to be a really cool person as well.
I didn't watch a whole lot of Murder, She Wrote, but I feel like I missed out.
Well,
'Cause I know it's a very loved show.
It's on a network called Cozy, and that's all you need to know.
Hey, Cozy's part of my network.
It's a
NBC.
great. It's like so. It's low. It's like my favorite. Say it. Wendy, say.
My life is murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's low stakes. She's delightful.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's on Hallmark Channel. If
There you
you
go.
try to watch anything after about 7 p.m.,
It's Golden Girls or Murder, She Wrote.
That's all you got. What were some of your favorite roles of hers, guys?
Well, I enjoyed Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh my
too. That was like a
God.
big memory for me growing up.
So obsessed
Yeah.
with that movie.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Such a
dive
cool
into it.
aesthetic and just like one of those
Yeah.
movies that, I could put on and feel cozy,
She's fighting Nazis, guys.
Is that what that was about?
Yeah. And then they
Oh,
go.
see, I don't
it's-
remember it,
It's
really.
such a cool movie. And then they go into
Mhm.
this like animation world and the Lion King, and not the Lion King, a king that's a lion. And then she's a witch. She animates
Mhm.
soldiers from history to fight the fucking Nazis.
Mhm.
I mean,
Wow, I didn't know it was that.
that sounds
involved.
crazy, but then if you watch the movie, it all makes sense.
It's cool.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's a classic.
I feel like I mean, I don't really. There's nothing that she did that it was like, oh, this is what my main thing is. I mean, other than like Beauty and the Beast
Yeah, for
animation
sure.
with the voice. But you know what? My mother saw her on Broadway back in the day. I think in
Oh.
Mame, like when she was in Mame.
Oh, cool.
She used to tell me that I saw a thing on Broadway and Angela Lansbury was in it, so
Oh,
she saw her back in the day. But yeah, she just seems like one of those actresses that, I mean, I never hear anything bad about her. Seems
Never.
like
never.
I mean, Betty White kind of transcended likable celebrities, but Angela Lansbury seems like, and I keep seeing stories about how on Murder, She Wrote, she would hire actors that had kind of aged out of being, market, they weren't getting the jobs that they used to get. And, maybe they needed a role to keep, in the union, get their benefits or
hours,
whatever, or get their hours.
Amazing.
And so she would hire some of these older actors to be on her show to even just to help them out. And probably because she, they were good actors who just didn't get the work. And especially back then, like now I feel like you have so many other streaming options, and there's probably more roles for an older actor. I don't know, maybe not, but it seems like there's just a different variety of shows, where back then it's like you had the networks.
There's 5 stations.
Very limited on roles that existed.
That's a good point, Wendy.
For a variety of actors. So she was giving them those parts. I think that says a lot right there.
She's a good egg. Two quick stories. Apparently she and B. Arthur were best friends.
What?
Yes.
That's adorable.
That's an interesting couple. I would have loved to have hung out with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Another story that Leah stumbled over. She said she told me that Angela and her daughter, they were living in LA. Her daughter's a teenager, and she befriended this really weird musician guy who was kind of had led her daughter astray a bit. So they picked up stakes. They moved to Ireland, I think. Turned out that guy, Charles Manson.
Oh my gosh.
So her daughter was almost a member of the
Wow.
Manson family. Just a weird kind of bizarre connection, but
oh my.
but yeah, she, Angela Lansbury, I think is what you would describe as she was a broad, right? She was a good old broad, liked to have a drink, liked to have a good time. I can imagine her, B. Arthur, and Betty White sitting around telling stories. So yeah, what an icon, and a huge leaving. We're losing all these greats. We're losing these incredible women who've been around, or men and women who've been around our whole lives.
Yeah,
and it's really sad to see them go.
Yeah,
but I mean, in the defense, she was 96. Betty White was 99.
I know.
It's always sad, but better than, I guess, their lives cut horribly short.
Yes.
They got to age. We got to see them continue to act the older they got, and they brought us, still giving us good performances and parts, and just nice to have them around this long. It's just always sad when they end up passing away. Yeah.
And then we had another death this week. Robbie Coltrane, known as Hagrid, died this week at age 72.
Mm-hmm.
So substantially younger by comparison. But yeah, you're a wizard, Harry. He was iconic. So obviously he's a big British actor, and already well known before playing Hagrid, as most people in the Harry Potter films were, besides the 3 main kids. There's a lot of experienced actors, but growing up and being a Harry Potter fan, it's just kind of like, what? How did that happen? And he is still fairly, I still think that's young too. Especially when we have Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so I say the kids from Harry Potter, they're my age. They had some really nice things to say about him on social media. And I was about to say Harry Potter said, no, Daniel Radcliffe, he has a name, he's a real person.
Oh my God.
Said Robbie was one of the funniest people I've met and used to keep us laughing constantly as kids on that set. I have especially fond memories of him keeping our spirits up on Prisoner of Azkaban when we were all hiding from the torrential rain for hours in Hagrid's hut, and he was telling us stories and cracking jokes to keep morale up. Can you imagine being in freaking Hagrid's hut with Robbie Coltrane? You're waiting out torrential rains. Oh man. He says, I feel incredibly lucky I got to meet and work with him, and very sad that he's passed. He's an incredible actor and lovely man. And then Emma Watson says, Robbie, if I ever get to be...
say her name like
that? I love the tone, the change in tone. Emma Watson says,
Robbie, if I ever get to be so kind as you were to me on a film set, I promise I'll do it in your name and memory. Says there was no better Hagrid, and he made it a joy to be Hermione. Okay.
That is so sweet.
I'll hold you, Emma. I will comfort you during this.
All right, let's not turn this dirty.
Way to make it weird. Can you imagine these 3 kids are on set with these legends? That's just you growing up. They grew up on these sets with these incredible actors. It's so insane.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Boy, they
Amazing.
talk about the kids of Harry Potter getting a who's who list of British actors and actresses to learn from, and
just about all of them.
learn anything you want to know about acting. Just look around you. You've got
Incredible.
teachers.
Yeah.
So, well, speaking of old people, hopefully this guy won't go anywhere anytime soon because Harrison Ford's joining the
is a
MCU.
segue.
That is a segue, and not the kind you ride on. So he's been signed on to replace William Hurt, who also has passed away,
Man.
as Thaddeus Ross. He's going to be in the Thunderbolts.
With who?
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
That would be
Pew, 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 pew. I love that.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunderbolts not coming out till 2024, so
Ugh.
they haven't shot anything yet apparently. But yeah, he's joining the MCU, and I can't even remember all the instances that character showed up. But I mean, he was in a lot of movies. I can't remember, was he good? Was he bad? I don't even remember. I guess he was. I can't remember who William Hurt, like that character, what he did. And I watch a lot of Marvel. I just can't remember what all his stuff was. But boy, if you wanna get a big name to fill his shoes in that part, you good job. You got Harrison Ford.
Yeah, no kidding.
So yeah, Harrison, you don't go anywhere anytime soon because
got big plans.
still getting some parts, and don't. You're my husband. Don't go anywhere. I love you. So a lot of gifts to give us, Harrison Ford.
You.
So that will be a hard day when Mr. Ford passes from this earth because he is.
Speak it.
I will not even speak it.
Let's not even go there.
He's got too many things to do. He's got Indiana Jones 5 to promote.
Mhm.
He's got Marvel movies to star in. He'll be around. So
It says Thunderbolts movie would officially bring Phase 5 to a close. Interesting.
goodness.
To a close
already.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Wow.
teaming up. Well, you've got like Yelena Belova's in it. The Wyatt Russell, who was like the sort of new sort of Captain America in Winter Soldier, not Winter Soldier, Falcon and whatever
That's who that guy
the
is.
show.
Okay. That's fun.
You've got a whole bunch of random characters from different things all teaming up. And this is the one Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in, and her character that keeps showing up in various series and films.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what this is gonna be.
How this ragtag group of people come together.
I mean, I assume this
Interesting.
is something that happened in the comics. Maybe I don't know. I like being kind of blissfully ignorant of like the comics of like, and even Lord of the Rings, like the book. I mean, I should read. You crack a book, lady. I mean, read something. But it's kind of nice not knowing where they're going. Like, are they getting things for these films? I mean, I know they do from comics, but so I may not see character plot twists coming, or
Yeah. It's nice to not
just
know
kind
what's
of going for
on.
the ride with the films. I'm like being a little ignorant. It's kind of fun. One day I'll read something, but yeah, now I have even more reason. I was gonna see it anyway. Oh, Pugh and Ford on set. I bet that'll either be great or not too good. I don't know.
no.
They both
Yeah.
have
Great.
strong personalities, but
It'll be great.
I think it will be. I mean, he's Harrison Ford. If you don't defer to Mr. Ford, get out. Get out.
Exactly.
Even you, Florence. Come on.
Whoa.
Pay your respects to a legend. A legend.
Why she hasn't done anything yet? Why are you getting all
No, I don't know. I feel like she's cool. Like I like Florence Pugh. I think
She seems
Florence.
super cool.
I think she probably uses her strong powers of personality for good. Like she seems like a good chick. Good person. Not chick.
Yeah.
I may say chick.
It's
She's
fine.
I feel like she probably stands up for things that she feels is injustice in this world. So she'll get along fine with Harrison. They'll be good.
They're gonna be great friends, fast friends.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope.
Tell you how you could be my fast friend.
Oh,
Segue.
See what I did there?
that was good.
I really wanted to make a Friends joke with Thunderbolt Ross and asked if Thunderbolt Rachel is going to be in there too,
That would've been
along
fun.
with Thunderbolt Phoebe.
That's good.
How great would it be if it was just
It
all
was
the
actually a
friends?
friends reunion.
They're just all Thunderbolts, yeah.
Thunderbolts.
Anyway.
That's good.
But you could also take me to Danvers, Massachusetts, where we could stay in a Hocus Pocus Sanderson Sisters Airbnb. So you could go to basically a cottage that is kind of a recreation of the Sanderson Sisters cottage. It looks pretty cool.
It looks
Guess-
amazingly cool. And how is it
guess-
so cheap? It's like $31 a night.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
No.
make sense.
Did they leave off a zero? Because this thing looks crazy
then-
cool.
It only opened on October 12th. So how many days is that times 31? They're only going to get like less than $1,000 at that rate for the whole thing. Makes no sense. I don't get it. Is there like $1,000 fee tacked on to each one? I mean, it looks really cool.
Looks incredible.
It's kind of hard because the stock picture they're using, the house cannot look like that's the actual a picture of like a still from.
What if that's how
the
it
show.
looks? Oh, you mean the
Maybe they
outside?
just-
Yeah, the outside.
The inside looks amazing. Look at that pot and the smoke
Yeah,
coming
no.
out of the floor.
The inside looks wonderful. I'm just really curious. Like, what does the outside look like?
Maybe that is
I
the
think
outside.
is that the- no?
I
They
mean,
Is
can't-
it?
listen,
gotta-
there's some touch-ups here. There's definitely some photoshopping going on.
I
Yeah.
think that's it.
And they probably
Huh.
had somebody professionally light it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Well,
if
it
you're
looks
gonna charge
awesome.
$31 a night, boy, you better deliver.
Right.
I can't
And-
even.
Yeah, there's like the levels there, the huge cauldron that's smoking, and then you got the book. It just looks very aesthetically pleasing to Hocus Pocus. You can stay in like this room with some really great. I really love the bedding. It's really nice. Very
So-
magical looking.
Did you read this article? This is from news.airbnb.com. So there's a quote in here from Kathy and Jimmy about this house.
Oh.
We all know that the Sanderson sisters' story might not have ended when we turned to dust, nor did our shenanigans, said Kathy to Jimmy. What better way to celebrate the season than to host guests at the trio's historic haunt for a night they'll remember for many years to come? They got Kathy and Jimmy trying to promote this fucking thing. That is weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this like an official? Maybe it's official. Like it's officially from like a Disney thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. And it says it's like going towards Airbnb will make a one-time donation to the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Salem. Yeah, it just says plus taxes and fees. Cottage is privately owned and operated.
View a special screening of Hocus Pocus 2 streaming on Disney Plus beginning September. This is a big ad. This is like a huge. It's like
It's a
promotional
promotion,
thing.
but how did they need to promote it? By
And
the
why
way,
would
I
you-
found a
if it's a-
picture just of someone took of the house, the outside, and that's definitely the outside. They have a picture where it's not all lit up and fancified.
Oh,
That's what the
cool.
house looks like.
Guests are responsible for their own travel. Interesting.
And does someone like live there? I mean, it says privately owned, but do they not just keep it? Why don't they just keep it like this year round? They could tell this year
For
round. I would go in this
It's-
frickin' summer and stay there.
Yeah, I think it's like a pop up.
Just a big marketing thing, but whatever. It's cool.
It's interesting.
It's beautiful.
Huh. This is a very interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. It's still cool.
I mean, if you were
Yeah.
closer, it'd be a cool thing to stay in. I
Right.
wonder if they have spooky things like, making spooky noises at night or a little, like a big experience as much as just staying there.
Yeah, the sound effects and all of
Mhm.
that. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool. I'd be down for doing that. They
Yeah.
should leave it up all year round.
If they did.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of a big thing. People would go.
Well,
Will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
should we just fly right into our next segment? See what I
Hop
did
on
there?
our Roombas and let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Roomba it over. Yeah, because we watched Hocus Pocus too.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
For
all
us.
did.
We did. So, where shall we begin?
Well, Tara,
A little.
what did you like? What overall, you're our biggest Hocus Pocus representative.
I thought it was a fine viewing experience.
Okay.
To put me in the mood to a nice family fun Halloween aesthetic going on.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny some parts. I thought it needed to be about 15 minutes shorter.
Huh.
10 to 15 minutes shorter.
It's about what, like a hour, 48 minutes or something like
Hour
that?
45.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought, I mean, I have some notes here. So I don't know how
Okay.
specific, just some general notes.
Yeah, let's see that.
I'm gonna go with like what I liked here.
Great.
So it
Start
kind of
with that.
follows these teenagers who accidentally they relight the black flame candle. The sisters
Accidentally, because
come
they're set
back.
up.
It was a
Yeah.
setup job.
Yeah. So
Spoiler, by the way.
right.
Anybody-
Spoiler alert if you're gonna watch
Yeah.
this movie. So there's a lot of fun cameos and things going on. First of all, I loved the opening where they changed the Walt Disney Castle to be spooky.
Yeah.
That was nice. That put me in the mood. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, taking
That was
it."
cool.
taking it
Yeah.
down.
I liked it.
Yes, I did enjoy the whole opening sequence with the young sisters.
They were adorable.
Good
I really
casting.
thought that was well done. That was really cute. I loved that they even threw in young Billy Butcherson in there. That
cute.
was nice.
Mhm.
I loved that when the girls they went to the woods with the younger Sanderson sisters, and they say we need to do we're scared. Let's do a calming circle. And they did a calming circle, and they're like, let's think of all the things that make us calm. And they're like, killing the Reverend, all these let's burn
That
it
was
to
funny.
the ground. It was just really funny.
Really cute.
But basically, Winifred is trying. I guess her father had recently passed away, so this reverend in town in Salem is trying to basically say it's my reverendly duty to marry you off to a man. And she's like, "Oh hell no!" And basically, they're all like, "How?" And she took the Lord's name in vain twice, so she's clearly a witch already.
Yeah.
So the reverend basically said, "You are cast out of this town for these wicked things you're doing."
And your sisters are gonna be adopted by this other family.
Right. We're going to try to keep them right. You're too far gone, but So yeah, they get to the forest. I really liked the random cameo by Hannah Waddingham.
Very
And
cool.
she looked stunning.
Mhm.
And I know it was really funny. She changed into leaves. There's like a lot of cute little one-liners that the kids had.
Yeah.
But then we didn't see, I know we saw the bird again, but we never saw Hannah again. I was kind of
Yeah,
disappointed.
I
I thought
thought
she
for
might
sure-
show up at the end again or
Yeah,
something.
because we saw the bird again, right? Didn't the
Yeah.
bird show up in modern times? Anyways.
Yeah, and she didn't like die back then or something,
Yeah,
right?
it's
She just kind of
it's a
poofed away.
weird.
And then we have this jump to, she had a really funny line too. That was basically like, "You're much different than the other children I've eaten. I mean, met." It's funny. Then we're kind of back in the present. So there's like a lot of cute things in there.
Yeah.
And then like now the Reverend's descendant is the mayor, and it's Tony Hale. Is that his name? Tony
I
Hale?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
From,
Yeah.
from
Arrested
Veep
Development.
and
And
Arrested
Arrested-
Development.
yeah.
I know.
Very-
Yeah.
Very funny guy.
And now he's like the mayor. He's like a nice guy, but he's kind of like weird. They're trying to play him off as
Kinda
this like,
dorky.
yeah, he's kind of like dorky, and he has like this really awkwardly long laugh. And I'm like, okay, are they trying to make him weird? I didn't really get what they were trying to do with this character. Like,
It's a
was
bit-
he like
yeah.
a weirdo or just a nice guy?
I think he was just goofy.
His
I didn't
first
get it.
scene was like, how am I supposed to feel about this guy?
Really weird. Like
Yeah.
it was off-putting. So I was unclear of like what am I supposed to think about him, because he's just kind of weird. So the Sanderson house then became like a magic shop, and
Love that.
now it's really built up around the Sanderson house. It used to be, even in the 93, like it's still kind of on its own property. It was a museum. Now it's a magic shop, and it has it's like part of a neighborhood essentially.
Yeah. Little shopping area.
So there's a black cat that drops in named Cobweb.
Oh, so cute. Cowboy was cute.
You might see him later.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's who's the guy that owns the magic shop? This guy.
His
What's
name
I
was.
just watched the fucking movie. What's his
Oh,
name?
please.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
Also, he was also in Veep.
Gilbert.
Look at this Veep reunion. I totally forgot about
Hey.
that. Yeah. Okay. Gilbert really effed things over.
Oh, Gilbert.
He thought it'd be fun to like make a new black flame candle. There was a really funny part where he's kind of like telling, he's kind of a showman, and he's telling like the little kids that are visiting the magic shop, he's doing like a Sanderson sister, like, ooh, telling this spooky
TED
story.
Talk.
And he's like, "Oh, you have to have a virgin light the black flame candle." And this little kid's like, "What's a virgin?" He's like, and the mom's
Like,
very funny. It's like, it's someone who's never lit a candle before. It's pretty funny. Yeah, and then he and Gilbert, or the two teenage girls. There's
Right.
kind of essentially like three girls, but like one of them got a new boyfriend, so
Yeah,
they're not
Cassie.
part of. She's not part of like their like cool, like, little friendship witchy coven thing they have. They're like really into magic.
Becca and Izzy are the two that we mainly
Yeah.
follow.
So they're hanging out at Gilbert's a lot, and they're all friendly. And then Gilbert's like, "Oh, here's, I forget which one is her 16th birthday. That's kind of kicks this
Becca.
whole lot. Becca, it's her 16th birthday. So Gilbert says, "Here's this ugly candle for your 16th birthday."
It
that
was
has
ugly.
it was
Really,
a little too phallic. for
Yes,
me.
It was
a little phallic.
really not good. Yeah, they could have made it a little more ornate, ugly. you know?
Yeah, it was definitely
weird.
weird
I
looking
didn't-
candle.
I didn't like
Yeah. And so then he was like, "Oh, you heard about on the 16th birthday how, you can become a witch?" And then she had a really funny line. She's like, "That's just some patriarchal thing that they tell people about because they have like an issue with female aging or something. Like, once you hit 16, you're an old crone." And anyway, that cracked me up. So anyway, they light this candle.
Oh boy.
Shocker. I
Uh-oh.
really like the aesthetic in the movie. Of course, it's this right in line with Hocus Pocus, like the big moon. They're in the forest,
Creepy
the lighting.
forest.
Yeah.
So it's all good. All
Yeah.
that stuff is good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, solid. And then of course, the witches show up, and of course they have like a little like dance routine at the beginning.
I know,
and
so I
these
was like, who
girls-
are they performing for?
right?
Who are they performing
The
for?
girls were so funny. They're like, "Should we watch?" She's like, "I don't know what's happening. I can't take my eyes off of it."
Yeah.
It was
Who
really
are they
cute.
performing
Little-
for?
Little wink, wink, nod.
Yeah. Yeah. So then they had a funny thing how the witches were going to eat them. And the girls said, "No, we're 40. We just have really good
Yeah.
skin. We can show you how to get this skin." So then they take them to Walgreens. They have a bunch of like, funny things about them
Drinking
being
the-
now in the 21st century. Yeah.
Drinking the skin creams and things like that.
Right.
funny.
And that's funny. It's the Walgreens apothecary.
Yeah.
That's right. So bright.
Pretty
Very
funny. I
bright.
liked when Kathy Najimy held up. She's like, it's like one of those creepy masks. And she's like,
Mm.
"It's the mask of a child, a newborn." And she like eats it.
She
funny.
hands it to the other ones to eat.
They
It's
get their
delicious.
new methods of transportation. So of course, Winifred, and there's like a Halloween section at Walgreens, of
So
course.
funny.
A lot of time spent in the Walgreens.
I wonder if they were maybe
Right.
Wisconsin.
And then they get so Winifred gets the broom,
Yes.
and then we have a Swiffer, and then
For
the
Sarah.
Roomba. Yeah, and then Kathy gets the Roomba.
so
So,
the Roombas at the time, I'm like, oh, that's just really funny.
mhm.
And then it comes back, and the end, it's like, oh, that's
They
kind
did.
of genius.
Yeah,
They did a
it was
really great
very
callback.
funny. And
Yeah.
they were like,
Really
the whole
nice.
thing was like, he told me they have a mind of their own.
yeah.
It's really cute.
The Roombas are just always kind of like around, like
Yeah.
on the
following
ground,
around.
like sucking up dirt.
Popcorn at the fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah.
funny. I like that.
Yeah, and then there's just some fun parts where they go to that festival, and there's like
Yes.
basically a costume contest, and there's like men in drag there. It's just
Yes.
As
very
the Sanderson sisters.
As
it
the
was like a
Sanderson sisters.
competition of
It's
yeah.
good.
who does the
It was
best
really
impersonation.
cute. Really cute.
It was cute. Yes, and then just more technology humor where they go and they're like, "Oh, there's a woman trapped in that box," and it's like Alexa.
It was- well, no, I think it was like something. So that was one of the parts I like. You walk in the house and Winifred, she's like, "Spread out." And so Sarah Jessica Parker starts like
It's doing the
spreading
split.
herself very wide, and I was just cracking up at that. And she's like, "Something like, be serious." And I think it was supposed to be like it was Siri. That's what she was talking. I was like, I didn't quite catch that. And they're like, "That woman, there's a woman in that box."
yeah, they've trapped her. I don't understand.
Yes.
It's a lot of the fun stuff.
Yeah. So then the Becca and Izzy and Cassie at this point now, because they've gone to Cassie's house to kind of rescue her because they're trying to basically kill her dad as the mayor.
Yeah.
So then they have surrounded themselves with salt. Spoiler, this is really cute. The witches are kind of trapped there. They've trapped the witches, and they're like, "Oh, thank God. Now we can figure out what we're gonna do.
Right.
And then these freaking Roombas show
Oh
up.
no, here they
And
come.
Kathy's like, come to me, come to me. The Roombas, beep, beep, beep. They do their thing and they suck up the
So
salt.
That was
very
The
funny.
funny.
witches can escape. That was
Really
a
good.
really, really good one. And we
Yeah.
get Billy Butcherson's back.
Yeah.
You know?
He's hanging out with Gilbert. Like they're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a fun little duo.
Yeah. And then I really actually liked the Book. It's called Book. You know,
They
the
gave
spell
Book some personality.
They gave him so much
That's fun.
personality. They gave him
Yeah.
a much more expressive eye. He had
Right.
like a tear, and you could see like his little sweat when he was like,
Yes.
you know,
that was great.
that was great. And then, you know, like his sad, he was sad at the end when the sister, he's like, you have to sacrifice something. And he's like sad for Winifred. Yeah. That was, you know,
It
and
was
he's
a
like,
very emotive
I'll do what I
book.
can. It was very
It
emotive.
was.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that, you know.
It was
So
cute. It was a nice
I-
touch.
Yes. So overall, I enjoyed this Halloween movie with these witches that brought back fond memories from my most favorite Halloween movie. This one was, I enjoyed it. I can't knock it. I never thought I was going to hate it.
Right.
You're just better.
Just
There's
better.
No Danny.
How
and
much
you
better
have
would it have been if Dora Birch as Danny was the magic shop owner or something? I don't know.
No, you
Or-
have every right to be better. I get it.
Just in there. I mean, I think there's so much opportunity.
Yeah.
So
Did you watch the final, the end of the credits? There was a little,
Yes.
the cat and the
Cobweb
the
haps back up
s-
and sees a box that says BF candle number 2, Black
Right.
Flame candle number 2. So
Oh,
there's
that was big.
another
That was big fucking can. It's
big,
black flame. Oh, okay.
yeah. So there's another candle out there. So there's opportunity for the witches to come back again.
So that means, Tara,
Mhm.
there's a chance that we get a sequel with the beloved Thora Birch.
Yeah, and
There's
I
hope.
read somewhere, you know, like the three witches are on. You know, they're like mostly on board. And Bet was saying like, oh, I heard that Sarah had said, oh, maybe they'll do an animated version. And I'm like, no,
No, thank you.
Mm-mm.
no, thank you, no.
I don't need.
I don't
need
want
that.
any part of that. You want to do a 30-minute special on that, fine, but don't promote it like it's freaking.
not-
Well,
It's
here's-
bad enough you do it without Danny. Don't go freaking
Well-
animating it.
Speaking of old people again, I looked it up. Bette Midler's 76, so they need
Amazing.
to, you know, I mean, it's Bette Midler, so I think she could do this as long as they need her to, you know, because she was good old Bette Midler. I mean, she didn't seem 76.
They
Well,
didn't miss a
there's-
beat.
No,
Those
they
singles
didn't.
Any of
dancing,
those gals, they were
running
dancing,
around, doing
Yeah.
crazy shit.
No.
flying. Right.
I really liked it. It was really
I
entertaining.
did too. I was
I was not
surprised.
expecting to like it.
I was entertained as well.
It was
I
really
enjoyed
well-
it.
It was a good script. They
Yeah.
are fantastic. I love these the girls, the young, the new sort of young
They were
generation
fun.
of teenagers.
I
They
did
were
like them. I actually
great.
thought for a second that Becca and Cassie might
Oh,
be like a
stop.
little
I
too
thought so too. I thought
too
so too.
Really?
too hurt that Cassie's now hanging out with this boy, and that
Yeah.
you know, or that just I just felt, especially in that
There was
first scene,
some-
because the third best friend was kind of like, yeah, I get it, like, you know, but let's just go apologize. And there's just a little too much friction for me.
Mm.
I
don't
felt
know.
that too, Tara.
Okay,
Really?
felt
I
that.
felt it too.
Interesting.
I mean, I didn't feel the
Um,
need for them to go any further with it in this movie, but
Yeah, it's fine.
maybe it just hits a little too close to home.
There's a lot of representation in this movie, and it was,
Yes.
you know, it was just part of the like. It didn't felt like we were being hit over the head with diversity. It felt just a really well done movie.
Yeah.
And I love if this is the end of, and you know, I'm not a huge fan like you are, but if this is the end of the Sanderson sisters, I thought it was a very sweet, poignant thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
At the end,
for them, I
Um,
think it was. I think
yeah,
that
it
it
was
was nice.
cute.
Yeah.
if there is a sequel, here's my pitch. I got a pitch. I think there's other big bad witch. Maybe it's
Like
what's her name?
Hannah. Yeah.
Oh,
She would be a
yeah.
perfect. I thought she was going
Yes.
to come back as like the big bad. I honestly
Right.
thought that was kind of join the forces against her.
So I think
Something for
this
next
is my
time.
pitch. So she comes back. She wants to take over Salem or do something crazy, and they have to bring back the Sandersons to help them fight her.
Mhm,
Don't
mhm,
tell
mhm.
them this because then they probably can't use it.
Oh, well, never mind. I don't think Disney Plus is watching. Listening to you. And
Let's
you
hope not.
You get Danny shows up, and it's a whole. And she's like,
Oh,
"What are you
that'd
guys
be
doing
great.
back?" They're like, "We're here to help." And
Yeah.
she's like, "No, it's a whole
Yeah.
thing."
Or there's some loophole where they're like, oh, we need the original lighter of the
Ah.
black flame candle. We need that
Oh.
family. So then Max and Danny can show up.
There it is.
That would be so freaking fun.
So there's still hope. We might still get that.
Yeah. And then they can all like fight as a team. Because now we've seen them
Yes.
fight against each other enough. Like, I'm ready
We're good.
for this.
Yeah.
Senior Sisters, they're never going to be like good guys, right? But they can
Right.
be like on your team and
For their
then
own
they can
selfish
go-
reasons.
It's still
Right.
be
For their own
wacky.
self. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
No,
that would be actually really fun to watch.
I think that's going to be the third movie.
Yeah.
And it's. I mean, I think it's going to do well. I think they're going to want to make another one. I really do. It's
I
really
think
good.
it wasn't it like the most watched original? I mean, I'm looking it up now.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm
I
looking
hadn't
it
heard
up. I
anything
think it
about
it either.
breaks Disney Plus streaming record.
Whoa.
Nice.
During opening
Okay.
weekend. So
That's
it
great.
set a streaming
Good.
record in its first 3 days on the pod. So yeah, if someone can, they'll make another one because this one broke records. So
Good.
They're going to make another one. It's
Yeah.
Disney. know what they're doing.
There was so much hype over this. I mean, everywhere you go, like look at Tara's yard. There's Hocus Pocus in her yard. I feel like Hocus Pocus. I mean, there were a lot of companies selling Hocus Pocus Halloween things. You can get Hocus Pocus pet toys at like Petco or PetSmart. So I mean, I feel like they're really like,
It's
hey,
back.
this thing's going, and now it's not
Yeah.
like this is a cult favorite that built an audience like the first one. It's like people watched it now, so let's get them another one.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's coming back.
oh yeah. So, but it was
Cool.
fun. I was surprised. I was kind of like, all right, I'll watch it because we're going to talk about it. And I mean, I like the first one fine. I didn't watch it when I was younger. I watched it later in life with Tara. But I was kind of I ended up getting wrapped up in it. I was laughing by myself on a Saturday morning, just sitting in my bed watching Hocus Pocus 2, and it was making me laugh.
I put it on this morning, and Leah was out here. I'm like, "Do you mind? Can I put on Hocus Pocus too? I got to watch it for the pod." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Fine." So I play it, and she's like, she's enraptured by the movie. Like,
Yeah.
she got pulled in, and she was
Yeah.
not expecting to.
I mean,
so-
yeah,
I
it was
wasn't
like
either.
really well done, high production value. It looked,
Yeah.
just entertaining.
And it's Bette Midler.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
She
It's
just
watching her
is-
do her
Something
thing.
special, especially like the three of them together. Like they're kind of
Yeah.
like a force,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. It's good. It's a good movie. Good Halloween. Good solid Halloween movie.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm telling you, if Danny had been in this movie, and I'm not saying I wasn't excited, I'd just be like, my costume this year would have been freaking Danny. Like I would have been, or I would have been Max Dennison, and Charlie would have been Danny.
Oh,
Like, how
Oh.
cute would that have been? Oh my God, Charlie in a little Danny Halloween dress.
little
Oh,
hats,
dear.
little
Next
witch
year,
hat.
come on, Hocus Pocus, get up
Amazing.
together.
Make it happen.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm glad. I just love the world. I read an article that said the with the spoiler at the end thing. They're like
Yeah.
the Hocus Pocus cinematic universe is coming. Like I'd be okay with that. I love the aesthetic that they've created and that
I love
feeling
it.
that it gives you. So
Yeah, they made me care about these new characters. I like
Yes.
that. That trio of girls is really cool.
yeah,
So,
and their friendship and it was really nice.
yeah, it's got legs. It's got legs.
For now, it's just friendship, but
We'll see. I mean, listen,
we'll
no
see what
pressure.
happens.
No
Yeah.
pressure.
I did like the
For-
little spoiler of a little thing, the nod when they were looking in people's windows, and you saw someone was
Oh,
watching Hocus Pocus,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
all it was Penny Marshall and Gary Marshall, and I even
Mhm.
had to look it up. Like that was from the first one, right? And yeah,
what a nice little nod.
that was a
to
cute little
them.
touch. Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause they're both gone now.
Yeah.
that was
Aw,
nice.
That was very cool.
And I actually did like her boyfriend, Cassie's boy. He was kind of like a lovable
Mike.
doofus.
Let me talk about boyfriend. He's from Dallas. I looked him up. I was like, I thought
Oh.
he was cute too. He was cute. He was like a likable
He's very-
doofus guy. He's like, I
Yeah.
wasn't making fun of people. I was just pointing out things that I thought were weird about them. I was
Yeah,
just
and-
talking. It was like, that's
And they're
called,
like,
you're making
yeah.
fun of them.
And it's
Oh, I
like,
didn't
when
know.
When you point
oh,
out people's
wow.
differences and then you
Right.
make fun of them, that's being mean. And he's like, oh,
He-
I have
he
so
had a
many people
moment.
to apologize to.
Yeah,
He's
he
like, I was just
realized-
trying to make conversation.
He realized that he had done some wrong, and he's gonna grow from that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cute. I think he was good. And he's a Dallas kid. So his
Yeah.
name is Froy.
Oh, that's too bad.
Wow.
That's a cute name. He's a cute guy.
Parents didn't do him any favors, but he was really good in this.
Yeah. And he looks
Gonna
like
go for
PETA from the Hunger Games to me.
Oh,
I
a
can
little
see.
bit.
Huh. Hmm.
I see
Peter.
that. Way to go, Froy.
Boy, good on ya. So
Roy, most likely to succeed.
he's doing well. He was one of those guys spotted doing a play at Booker T. Washington in Dallas, and someone's like,
Aw.
"This guy needs to be auditioning for some stuff," and he got himself an agent. And here he goes.
Good for him.
He's in
Way to
Disney
go.
Plus movies. He's doing all right. Go Dallas.
Go for Roy.
Well, this is time where we throw it to our pod pub.
Let's do it. And
Oh,
because we
yeah.
don't really do our normal
Nah.
shout out, let's just quickly do our normal how you find us and what the
You mean like where I say on the Twitter, we're at SNOP Podcast with 1D?
We're on Instagram and Facebook at She Nerds Out Podcast.
If you want to send us an email, you can send that to shenerdsOut@gmail.com. Or did I say con?
I don't know.
know.
Maybe.
Com.
I
It's
wasn't
actually
listening
com.
to you.
That's fine.
I couldn't
or
tell.
go to our web. We have a website. It's shenerdsOut.com. You can get merch there, soon to be in stock. Will be our Nights of Snop. If I just say it enough, I feel like Wendy's just going to do it. You can catch up on all the episodes. You can buy us a beer. Go to the website, snop your little hearts out. And we have a PO box, guys.
We do.
It's SNOP at PO Box 6732, Burbank, California 91510. And do not send anything there for the Why Not podcast. They are no longer accept. I'm just kidding. You can still do that. That's fucked up. Just kidding.
Wow. But don't hang up. Don't hang up. There's more to come right here. Keep listening. We have another segment. We're just saying
We
an
do.
early goodbye.
That's right. So enjoy this segment, and we'll be back next week. Pretty sure. How do we do this? Should we just do our normal? No. All right.
Well, no, I mean, I think
Let's get ready to party.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Pod Pod. I'm Captain Caramel. Arr.
I'm Wendy, your charcuterie board for the evening.
And this is Coach Dugan. Tara.
Well, we're here. We made it. Tara,
Finally.
Tara, where are we? Tell us not everything, but most of everything.
We're in my pod pub. You guys are the first group that are here. I'm not going to tell you all the things that I didn't get to finish today, even though that's all that's on my mind, of course.
Focus on the
But-
positive.
Okay,
Tara.
all right.
And there's no more wall space left.
There's no wall space left, so where should I start? Should I start here? I'm going to describe every piece.
No.
We're going to go along.
How
So
about, like,
here.
generally speaking.
Okay. All right. So there's so much going on in here. So there's a big TV. I'll start there. There's a big TV.
Gotta love
We got
that.
Hocus Pocus, the original, on right now because that's the only one I recognize currently.
Fair. Okay.
And then we got some sports stuff. We have the York Pride flag flying. Because that's from Susan Minnie, and that's from my trip.
right.
Yeah, so there's so many things going on in here.
amazing.
We've got the Xena from the Xenite retreat,
That's
the
right,
Xena
that you
sword.
stole from
that
Penny.
I won
You
in
fought
a
for that sword.
vicious
Stole
battle.
from Penny. Yeah.
Yeah, from Penny. It was very dear to me.
Do you want me to pan around?
Yeah, sure. If you could, Anne is here. So we have a great, some folks here.
We have a great group.
We have a great
This is
group.
a great group. These
So
are
I
our
basically-
representatives of the rest of our snop tarts.
Yeah.
So that you guys can't be here, but there are representatives here.
I'm all over the place because I'm so excited
No,
right
it's a
now.
lot. It's a lot.
So let me start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning.
lost
beginning.
The crowd.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago, I decided I'm gonna have a little party. I'm gonna open this pod pub. So we've got Ann Hicks Bleeker. We have Noelani Livingston. We have Liz from LA. And we have Kat, who is a banana right now.
It's Kitten. It's a solid group.
And Charlie.
Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie is so confused.
Charlie, my dog, is so confused. She was in her adorable. So I'm Coach Dugan from from League of Their Own,
Yep.
and Charlie's at Rockford
Solid.
Beach.
So cute.
So she stayed in her costume for about 10 minutes.
She did great.
She did good. So yeah, we're all here in the Pod Pub. I decorated for Halloween, so I just wanted people to see it. Have some folks over. All right, so we got the foosball table. We're at the Pod Pub table, which is right now covered in meats and cheeses and
as
Vegetables.
and Jello shots,
as it should be.
So we will get back to those later. Also, we have, okay, so I'm going to restart at the York Pride flag. So that all started back in England in June with Susan and Minnie. I just want to give another shout out to them because they sent me that amazing York Pride flag.
Shout out.
Then we have my Dallas Maverick stuff, my Z-Night retreat. Then over here, come on, Ann, keep up.
Oh, don't skip out all the Hobbit travel
Okay, yeah, we don't.
posters. There's
Okay,
a
you're
lot.
right. Let's not skip over the
That's a
Hobbit
big
travel. That
feature.
is a feature because I went to that was at WonderCon
Yeah.
in Anaheim, and I said I love Lord of the Rings, and so this artist was selling all of her art there. So that is her original art. One of those is signed by her. So there's 15 of them there.
14.
Yeah, and it's all of the locations in Lord of the Rings. So each one has a different travel poster. So I
That's
love
really
nerdy
cool.
travel posters. So I always said, when I'm able to, I want to get a place where I can just put travel posters, nerdy travel posters everywhere. I don't give a shit about real places. I want the nerdy places.
I love it. So cool.
So we've got like visit Hobbiton, visit Bree, visit Helm's Deep. You know, so there's just travel posters everywhere.
So good.
Then we have Pawnee. We have a lot of Pawnee Parks and Rec stuff. We have Persephone from Serenity. We have a lot of art from this lady that does cat nerd art. So there's a few pieces.
I had not noticed
some
that
Star
yet.
Wars, Doctor Who. There's also Serenity there. Yeah, we've got, and then this over here we have the X-Men. These four here in the middle, the Star Wars, X-Men, Darth Vader. That's all from a comic book artist, and he also signed those as well. Yeah, and then featured here is this is a little artist you might know as Martina. Martina is featured on the wall, so she has sent us 4 prints. So I've got 3 there, and I've got one that welcomes us into the Pod Pub over at the entrance over here.
So well curated.
So at the entrance to the Pod Pub, we have a little sign that says Pod Pub this way, in case you're confused. There's a lot of places you could go. All 2 of the places in the house. We have the Everyone Welcome sign.
So good.
From Winona Earp.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then
That's a
next
beautiful
to that,
sign, by
yeah,
the way.
it is.
It's a
And
great sign.
My good friend Kat Kremens gave me that sign.
That's so nice.
And then right near there, yeah, there's Kat, is also the SNOP-O. The SNOP-O that is signed by Cat Barrel.
That's
Have
right.
you heard of Cat Barrel?
Oh, I know Cat Barrel.
Look, we have Cat Barrel here.
She actually came to our party.
AKA Ann Hicks
Our
Baker.
surprise guest.
No, Cat Barrel has signed that for
That
us.
is a beautiful piece. I love that you have it in a shadow box.
Yeah.
It looks great.
It got its own shadow box.
Fantastic.
Charlie is very concerned about everyone in costumes right now.
Of course she is.
Charlie says, what the
Fucking
fuck
bizarre,
is going on?
of course.
So we got a little Street Fighter. We got a little more Mortal Kombat. We have my Mortal Kombat arcade game here.
A literal
We've got
arcade
the
game.
foosball. We've got the dartboard. I would not recommend, playing all at the same time because then you're kind of in the direct line of the darts.
No, that'd be bad.
So, not recommended.
All
but-
right.
I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah.
You know what? Do me a favor. Can you just wait till a little, like 10 minutes?
Yeah. And then we have Bunny Loblaw for PTA. Thank you, Liz from LA.
Who the fuck deserves it more than you,
Oh boy. We are humbled, Liz.
Yes. All
Amazing.
right. Yeah.
Amazing.
So there's
Well-
a wide variety of things going on here.
The pod looks great. Your house looks amazing. You're the only house on your street that has decorated. So it wasn't hard to find the place. But it looks great. You've done a lot of work, and we can tell, and it's amazing. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, listen, speaking of Susan Minnie, they sent us some beers.
Oh, really?
They did.
We're drinking them right now.
We are drinking them right now. I had this all planned out earlier.
Oh, yeah. It's the iPad, right?
And it's
I warned you about those iPads a long time ago.
It's all
Said
going.
they're no good.
All going
So
to
you
hell.
got to trust the pen and the paper.
Here we go. Wait for it. Mm-hmm. Wendy, why don't you read this for us?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. From Susan Minnie, who bought us 6 beers. Hey guys, have a beer on us to celebrate the official opening of the She Nerds Inn.
Ooh.
Hope we get to see pictures of the Pod Pub and all of your, I'm confident and in assuming, awesome costumes. P.S. We're keeping our fingers crossed for at least one of you to be representing Alato, A League of Their Own. Pointedly looking at you there, Tara.
Hey!
How did they know? How did they know?
I don't know, but
Amazing.
I am.
You and
Charlie. Charlie is an adorable Rockford Peach.
Well, she was till she decided to be a nudist.
She has about an 8-piece costume that was crafted by Amazon.com. Multiple pieces.
Elaborate.
I ironed on patches today.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
So thank you, Susan Minnie.
Yeah, and Susan Minnie, eventually I have special ordered a sign that if y'all all come back for Christmas, it'll be up. It'll be right here it'll say the She Nerds Inn, and it'll be a little nice little crafted sign.
If.
Well, I'm inviting you all back for a Christmas party if you would like to come back over.
Hooray! Guys, we have a piece of mail
Oh.
in the P.O. box that was addressed to us.
Oh, no.
I don't like it here
Do
anymore.
you want to see the label? And it's from our good friend Jackie and Buster.
Oh.
So I'm going to read this email before I have you. I think maybe Tara should open it.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Jackie says, "Howdy, gang. So listening to Tara's despondence over the lack of autumnal weather vibes tugged at mine and Buster's heartstrings. I found this particular item at the Arboretum.
Oh, Das Arboretum.
Audubon Society. Yeah, no, that's what it says.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of birds. There's birds and trees. I don't even know what that means. I thought it truly represented the season and the multitude of... Shut up, Liz. You're getting uninvited. You're being uninvited. The banana is going to escort you out. Represent the season and the multitude of emotions this particular object conjures up. It can be an object of terror for some, like cat, oh boy, or a nice nod to the season, like for Tara and Wendy. I wonder what it is. And to make it better, it's a 3-piece set, as can be distributed to the thruple or perhaps displayed at the She Nerds Inn. I'm glad it made it there in time for SNOP-O-Ween. Happy fall, y'all. Jackie and Buster, please enjoy traveling. Buster, Full Moon Buster, a new toy from Tractor Supply Buster.
Oh.
Pictures of
Oh,
Buster.
wow. Oh, Buster. Wow. Wow. Good a good boy. Oh, good boy. Oh, by the pool.
Buster at the pool.
Oh.
Buster.
Oh, just sitting. Such a good boy. Okay. Oh, and a toy. He's got his toy.
What is it doing?
Oh, my gosh.
He looks
It
like
looks
he's enjoyed that toy.
Really sloppy and slobbery.
So that's the email.
Okay. Am I going to open this?
Honors.
Okay.
Honors.
Boy, there's a lot of cords here. I don't
There
wanna knock
sure
over.
are. Be very careful.
Okay, I'm going to aim this toward you guys there. Oh. Some sound effects.
ASMR.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I see a face.
Oh, and listen to the crinkles.
Listen to that. Oh boy,
you need
I
a
need some
knife?
scissors. Maybe. I don't want to knock over
Here.
that.
Look, it
Okay,
comes
you
out.
won't-
No. It comes out like this.
Okay.
Ah,
Aha.
Wendy to the rescue.
Okay.
How many?
Oh my God.
Oh, look at
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay, there's one. I think it's a
three-piece-
yard
Oh.
decor. Oh my gosh. Look, Kat.
That is adorable.
It is a candy corn.
Horrifying.
It's so cute.
It's
3
precious.
candy corns.
I feel sick to my stomach.
You have a yard. They could live in your yard too.
Yeah.
I don't
That
think
is
so.
cute.
I don't think
All
those are. I don't
right.
think those are coming home with me.
No. Look at them all. They're cool.
Listen, Jackie, they're cute and adorable and
Candy corn.
a little triggering. Can you get them? Oh, there you go. Let's show one of them. What
Yeah.
are they? Are they lawn
He's
decor?
very surprised.
Yeah,
I think it's
I think
lawn
so.
decor. Yeah, it's
That
metal.
is
These are-
adorable.
They're
All
very
right.
cute. There's
Yeah.
a happy candy corn. There's like a scared one. We'll take.
Yeah,
we'll,
he's
we'll-
shocked.
oh, yeah. There's definitely. We'll get some pictures.
Love
of
it.
That
those.
is adorable.
All right. I will be adding this to my
Unless,
decor
unless Wendy,
outside.
do you want one of
I don't
them?
have a yard. I would, but I don't have
Alright.
a yard. Makes me sad.
All right.
Wow.
So there you go.
I think we first should describe what you're wearing, Kat.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
introduced yourself as Captain Caramel.
Are
Caramel,
you
caramel.
serious?
You look like Kat is dressed like a pirate, a very
I am.
well dressed
I
pirate.
had to take some of it off because I kept hitting the dog.
True. I mean, with sword, with a
Yeah.
what do they call their guns?
That would be a musket.
Musket.
A,
Yeah.
is it a musket?
She had a parrot on her shoulder, not real parrot. Pirate's hat. It's
I had
very
the whole deal,
high end costume.
and I couldn't fit the hat on with the headphones.
Yeah.
so.
There's a pile of weapons over there in my chair.
There is.
Yeah.
I'll be collecting that later.
Yeah. You look good.
Thank you so much. I
And then-
appreciate that.
And Wendy, what
Oh,
are you
please,
wearing,
let's-
Wendy?
Look,
we need
I didn't go
description.
for difficulty. I went for just, I thought it was funny. It's a charcuterie board. I'm always talking about charcuterie boards, and I think they're fun. And you can take off your, like, it has removable cheese and bread and some sort of, is that brie or is that a meat? I don't
That's a
know.
brie.
That's a brie, like different cheeses and bread. And you can pop them off. And Charlie thought it was dog toys at
These
first.
cheeses are popping off, y'all.
It's,
She's right on your charcuterie.
I got some cheese.
Yeah,
So
but
I just thought it was funny.
trying to rip it off like a toy.
When I saw on the website that they actually made a charcuterie board costume, I thought, I'm just gonna be a charcuterie board, and it's comfy and it's loose, so I can eat all I want, and I got plenty of room.
It's pretty
and
great.
it's not hot. I like
Yeah.
it. I'm a charcuterie board.
It's
very
pretty,
nice.
It's pretty great.
And Tara's really sporting the Jimmy Dugan. It literally says Dugan on the back of a
Yeah.
Rockford Peach
It's like nice.
jersey.
It's like-
It's a very
Yeah,
nice
it's a
jersey.
legit jersey.
Yeah.
Good jersey, Rockford Peach hat.
Pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah. Drinking like Jimmy Dugan did
And
in
so,
the movie.
He never stopped.
No.
if y'all
the
wouldn't
end.
mind our guests tonight, if you feel comfortable enough coming up and describing what you guys are wearing.
Oh yeah.
Liz.
Step right up. Who are
Who
you wearing?
are you
Liz?
wearing?
Sure.
Yes.
What's up? I'm Liz in LA. And I procured a Top Gun costume. I removed all the Top Gun patches. I replaced them with Star Wars patches.
Love it.
My favorite is the pew pew patch at the upper
pew.
right chest.
Love it.
And then I've got a special patch here. It's a little special surprise for everyone.
Oh.
You unroll the sleeve. You unfurl the sleeve. Okay, ladies?
Yeah.
And then you got the F-bomb. Okay, all right, let's
Very
go.
nice, very nice.
Sure. So that's me. That's who I'm wearing.
Okay.
Love it, Liz.
Beautiful.
Look
Love
great.
it.
Wait, who's on your dog tags?
Oh, sure. Oh, of course. How could I? Oh, my God. How could I forget? On my dog tags is my own puppa, Barack Obama.
Yeah, Bart.
Greatest puppy president ever. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So we got Barky, sporting Barky on the dog tags
Aw,
here.
how cute. Barky.
Just checked in with Bark on the ring camera. She's doing fine. Everybody give
Hell
her
yeah.
a
Good.
turkey.
Good.
She's sleeping. It's okay that I'm here.
Love that.
Okay.
She rules my life.
Yeah.
Well, she should, guys.
Absolutely.
I
She
understand.
deserves to.
I understand
Yeah.
completely.
All pets do.
We all do.
So excited to be here. Cannot believe I'm here at the Pod Pub opening. Amazing,
Liz.
everyone. Amazing. Thank you.
All
Well,
right.
if only she had more energy.
I know it's it's too bad, really.
Who's next?
Anyone?
Oh.
Banana.
Banana slug. Go for it. Go for
All
it.
right.
I'm Kat, also from LA, kind of, and I'm a banana.
Yeah, you are.
That's all I got. And,
right.
and Charlie's probably the most afraid of the banana.
Banana's working on it.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're,
yes.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Okay.
Hand off. We're gonna do
Hand
hand
it
off.
off.
Oh,
Yes.
Step on
Welcome,
up,
Ann.
Step on
I
up.
know this is not I can't reach the microphone, a visual podcast, but I'm Cat Barrel.
Oh.
So good.
complete with
You
Wow.
have a barrel. You have
And
cat
I'm
ears.
from the Thousand Oaks area,
Feel strong.
and I have several podcasts.
Please name all of them.
It's
Go.
just a pleasure to be here.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ann makes bigger.
This is the bison.
Ann has
Oh.
ears, Ann has flannel, Ann has a full-on barrel. I mean, it's very.
And she
cat
has
paws.
kitty paws. So cute. Her face is painted.
Yes. So nice.
Commitment. It's commitment.
Next.
Amazing.
No,
Yes.
The original. Microphone, please, Noe.
Tell us,
Yeah,
Noe. Tell
the
us all about it.
original.
Wow.
Nice. Wait,
Nicole Hot, season 4 camo jacket.
Beautiful.
Wait, was it signed?
Signed by.
Like Cat Barrel.
One and only Barrel. Yes.
Beautiful.
Whoa. Okay.
And you're all
Rancho
decked out.
Cucamonga would be my hometown.
You're all decked out. You look very authentic.
Yeah.
Why, thank you very much.
On camera costume.
Have the toque, the
hair.
bleached. The hair's a little curly.
Okay.
It's a little humid.
Wavy.
Yeah, it happens. It
A little
happens.
warm. The blue tank. Yep. Just missing my pretzel necklace.
It's okay.
It'll be here on Monday.
Always the way.
Thank you, United States Postal Service.
Right? You got the super soaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So good. So good.
Thank you for having me.
Well
Glad to have you here.
Good.
done. Well done. Well done. Well, if there's nothing else, I think we just.
That was a good. You know, Tara, I wish your roommate was here just to walk out and
Yeah.
just. I wonder if he'd move out after he walked out. Saw
What
this.
the
Look, I
hell
warned him.
is
I
happening?
said you're gonna rent a
That's why he
room
went
here.
on a work trip.
You better be ready for some craziness.
Weirdness.
Shenanigans. Well, thank you for hosting us, Tara. This is
Yeah.
fabulous. Now let's wrap this up so we can have a party.
Yeah.
So everybody has a Jello shot. Ann Hicks Bleecker brought her world famous Jello shots.
You know, Wendy likes her
And
Jello.
This time around, if you hold it up, it actually looks like a candy corn. Oh, thank you.
I'm good.
It's a layered shot. We have yellow, orange, and white, just like a candy corn shot. Luckily, it doesn't
really
taste
cool.
like candy corn. It tastes good
These are
and
the most
not like trash.
artistically made Jello shots I've ever seen.
These
with
are-
whipped cream.
they're really
and
beautiful.
everything. And
They're
it's,
beautiful.
It's beyond.
So everybody, raise your plastic glasses, and here's to the She Nerds In.
You got to get your finger in there to scoop it.
That's what you got.
Wow, those are really good. They're delicious, Ann.
Thank you for
Like
that.
the whipped cream.
I'm getting whipped cream all over me.
And I think that about wraps it up.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy Dugan.
Do we just want to do a little segment outro, like a little She Nerds In out or something? She
Okay.
Nerds In. Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Just thought of that.
You're very clever.
All right, kids. Well, do we need to do our like Twitter and stuff?
No, we'll do that
All
tomorrow.
right. All right, kids. All together now. Let's get the whipped cream off.
Go
me.
like this. Oh, you got it. Yeah.
In.
We're gonna go in.
Good.
All
Yeah.
right. On that note, G Nerds.
She nerds out. We're girls that like girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Pew pew.
All right. You guys ready? You want to do our usual warm up?
La 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 la.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
She sells seashores by the seashells.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.